Well, hello. Welcome to the channel again. And today we're going to stream the 6 hours of Fuji for Enduro GT. And this is a special one. Why? They have multi-class. And that means we're going to have LMP1 cars. So first of all, everybody hello in the chat. But we're going to have LMP1 cars, as you can see on the bottom right now, just below me. And we're going to have GT3 cars, LMGT3 cars. And now it's a little bit further divided than I thought it was. We only have 5 LMP1 cars. And we're going to have 9 GT3 cars. But, to sum it up further. We know it's going to be 3 stints of 2 hours, and we're going to have fuel wear. We can see over here, of course. The fuel rate is going to be ×1, and tire wear is going to be ×1. I think the strategy will be fully on the softs, maybe mediums, possible, but the hards are they're difficult to drive, especially on the Fuji Speedway, as you can see right now on my top left over here. Top right, I must say, how you look. It's the Fuji Speedway. And yeah, let's get you already into the lobby. So that was my introduction. I'm, by the way, DjeeDent TV. Welcome to my channel. And hey, Yalkinen is here. What's up, bro? And we've got Pan Am in here. Hello. How you doing? Doing all good? You as well, hopefully. And Shicucka, he's going to join me later as well in the voice chat. He's going to help me out. Let's awake Mount Fuji, says Freeze. Yes, definitely we will. That's for sure. That's definite. Now we're in the lobby. Let's have a small look at the participants we've got over here. And as you can see, the top 5, it's already in order how they qualify. We see that Matthäus Inhoit is in pole position, together with behind them is Pexel RE4, also in the Audi R8 or R18, I must say, from 2016. Behind that we've got Nick Regier from Inferno Motorsport, and behind that we've got Ricky, the one and only, who runs Enduro and GT. So thanks for the invite. Thanks for bringing me on this one. And we can see that Mortal Velos, also a Dutch guy. So we got 3 Dutch guys in the top 5, all in LMP1 cars. In the top 5, logically, because the LMP1s are faster than the GT3. No shit, Sherlock. Okay. So on screen right now you see ×7 and ×7 for both cars, but it's ×5 and ×9. Excuse me for that, I didn't know. Many frikandels racing in S1. Thank you very much, Freeze. Hey, Atem Gren, how you doing? Welcome from Finland. We know him, and we've got Atem Gren already driving the first stint. Soon they're going to start. But let's quickly run you through the GT3 order. As you can see right now, we've got Matti in 6th pole position for the GT3 class. And then we've got Atemgren in 2nd. Then we've got Mamamo in 3rd. And everybody is ready. We're going to get the ready sign already. Oh, now we're going to go. Then we've got Ras Diam in the AMG and Dylan in the Huracan. Then we've got Flame Haze. We can see the ready signs coming up already. So we're going to soon start. And Flame Haze in the Porsche. Then we've got Noise Guy in the Lexus. Then we've got NYC Yocast in the Lamborghini. And then Slim PCC in the Porsche. Now let's quickly get over here. The first stint is going to be 82 laps. It's going to be absolutely cruel. And it's going to be really tough on the guys. Hopefully I'm going to be joined pretty soon. We can see that Shicucka joined in the chat. And we're going to start soon, and we're going to start already. That's going to be nice, dude. That's going to be nice. Okay. And we can see that Jalkinen is cheering on Yocast and Dylan. Thanks for that. Poffertjes says freeze. Yes. Many stroopwafels. Muchos gracias. Let's display everything. Let's go to stint number 1, as we can see right now. And let me grab my controller. As we can see, we've got Mateus in pole position. Next to him, Pixel. After that, Nick Richier, and then Ricky, and then Mortal Velos. As you can see, of course, first we're going to have a formation lap, so don't be too excited right now. And then we're going to line up. And the LMP1 cars, of course, a bit of a different category compared to the GT3 cars. So we have a bit of more time. Hey Kenny, Atjo, knallen erin Rodney. Zeker, gaan we doen. But as you can see, we've got Mateus, of course, in pole position. Let's take a look at the liveries we've got today. That's from TFP, Team Full Push. Well, definitely they did in qualifying. They're on pole position for the LMP1 class. And here we've got a basic livery, the Audi Sports for Pixel. In the LMP1 car. And then behind that, of course, we've got the Inferno drivers. And with Nick Rigier at the moment behind the wheel. Nice livery, really nice livery. And behind that, we've got Ricky from Project One. Wow, beautiful livery. A starry purple night. Midnight purple starry night. And behind that, we've got EDC with Mortal Velos behind the wheel. Then, of course, in pole position for the GT3 cars, we've got Matty driving for Feel Good Racing, a really good driver. And behind that, for Feel Good Racing as well, but for a different team, that's Spider GT, as far as I remember. Attemgren. Then we've got Mamamo for Inferno in third. Then we've got with the basic livery Rust DM. And then we've got in the Porsche Dylan over here. Can't really make out who they drive for. Then we've got a Porsche GT3 with Flame Haze behind the wheel. Then we've got Noise Guy and the Yocast for TFB, Team Full Push. And then at the back, we've got Full Can Shop. That's the team. So let's get all the way up front again, and let's get to TV Cam, and let's see. Here we've got it. All the LMP1 cars are ready to go, and they're side by side. It's the inside line for the number one, and the number one dictates the pace. Who's going to be first? And here it is, already green. And take a look at that start from, what is it? I think it is Ricky. Ricky is all the way up to second already. Here they come to the first corner, and the number one, Mutos, is already gone. And Ricky is next to Nick Richier into the first corner. Here they're going to go. And let's see a little bit further back. They're still going to duel over there. And we've got Mattia, a really good start as well. And Mamamo is already still up to third. And then we've got Attemgren still in the same place. Is there going to be any shenanigans into the first corner? No, it's not. Oh, here we go. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle over there from Dylan. Let's go a little bit further up front, all the way to the guys in the lead. No, somebody goes a little bit wide over there. Is it, who was it? Mortal Velos. And next to Pixel RE, I believe he started second. That's a really horrendous start for him. Let's go all the way up front. We've got Nick Rigier in second. So instead of third, he went up all the way to second. And right now, a little bit further behind, we have Ricky. Then we have Mortal Velos, and then Pixel R. A little bit further back, the GT3 cars. Here we go. I do remember it's only stint 1 out of 3, so that means there are 6 hours to go after this one. After this stint, there are only 4 hours to go, but it's going to be a stint of 2 hours. Matti in the lead of the GT3 cars. Attemgren still right behind him. But you can see right on the tail of these guys, and he's going to dive to the inside over here in turn 13. Is that possible? No, it's not. And they're all driving the Aston Martin. I believe that's the best choice you can have for these kind of races, especially when you can chase the arrow. And it's a full customization of your car. You can adjust everything on that one. And let's see a little bit further back there. We have the fight for 11th place between Dylan and Yocast. Oh, a little bit of a push over there. Flamehaze nearly losing it. Coming out of the last corner. Panasonic. Whoa. Let's see a little bit further. All the way up front. Whoa. Mateus goes a little bit wide over there. That's too wide. Probably going to be a penalty. And too wide yet again. Here comes Nick Rich here. All ready for the lead. And let's see. It is soft tires for both. And let's keep a good eye out for that as well. And Freeze tells us, is it going to be a disqualification for missing delivery? Don't know. Can be a glitch. So don't know. Yeah, it's downloaded. Just a glitch, I think. As Keklam says. And when he switched cars, it was applied from spectator POV. True. We can watch that, but let's have a little bit further back. We still got Ricky in 3rd place. He started 4th, then Mortal Velos in 4th, and then Pixel RE started in 2nd, now in 5th. That's not good at all. And there is a bit of a gap between Ricky and Nick Rich, so there's no slipstream for Ricky. Let's see if somebody can benefit off that one. I think Mortal Velos can. Let's get on board with him. And let's go to cockpit view. Here we go on to the first corner. Do remember the Fuji Speedway has a huge straight over here, and it is possible to overtake in the first corner, but he doesn't do that. Not at this moment. Let's get to the GT3 class. Here we are. Matty in 6th place overall. That's number 1 for the GT3s, and there is a bit of a gap as we can see on the minimap. We can see that Matty is on soft tires. Wait. Let me first run you through the top 1 until 5 to see what kind of tires they're on. Soft tires. Nick Rogero in the lead right now. Here they are fighting. In the happen, coming out of it. No, huge spin over there from Nick Rogero. Whoa, no. Mateus, what are you doing? You're pushing out somebody. No. There goes Inferno all the way at the back of the LMP1 cars. That's not good at all. And we could see that everybody's on the soft tires. This is not good for the strategy for Nick Rogero. Was fighting for the lead and lost it all the way in the hairpin towards the back straight, the kinked straight. But let's go a little bit further back. And do we see any big fights over here? We've got the number 1, 2, and 3 from the GT3 class. All lined astern, all Aston Martins. We've got Matty in the lead of that. Atomgren in 2nd and Mama Mo behind it in 3rd. Let's see a little bit further back. Here we've got it. That's the first guy on mediums. It's Noise Guy. Yeah, Mateus says netcode. That's an easy one. Too easy. We'll see that after the race, but it means that Nick Rogero from Inferno Motorsport is in 5th place right now, and we're going to see that incident pretty soon, but let's continue. The number 4 in the GT3 class is Noise Guy on mediums. A little bit further back, we've got Joe Cast. Joe Cast on soft tires. He should pass Noise Guy, especially since the tire wear is only ×1. And then we've got Flamehaze in. Oh, there is an overtake from Dylan on place number... Oh, okay. Let's go a little bit further up front. Sorry. Joe Cast in 10th on soft tires. Then we've got Flamehaze on soft tires. Slim PCC on soft tires. And we've got Raz DM also on soft tires. Everybody's on soft tires except... Come again. It is... Whoa, take a look at this fight. They're going to go 3 wide over here. Coming out of the first corner. What a huge battle. Atomgren, Matti, and Mamamo. And I think they're helping each other out, although they drive for different teams. You do see those names. Rick. Who's Rick? Yeah, exactly, Shicucka. That was a netcode. Definitely not. Definitely not netcode. But... let's see that incident after this battle for the first place in the GT3 class. Here comes Mamamo into the happen. Is he going to make that move on Atomgren? No, he's not. They're so close together. And I think Matti is saving tires, is saving fuel. They're all on the racing soft tires. And I believe Mamamo wants to pass them. But let's quickly go to that replay. Here we go. Here we are. Oh, let's quickly go to... Here it is, the fight. Let's get on board. Let's go chase cam. Let's see a little bit further back. Here he comes. A bit of a push. Wow, it looks like netcode, but... it's a questionable one. It's a questionable one. Well, let's get back to place number 6, 7, and 8 overall. The lead for the GT3. Here they are. It's getting shiny. It's getting hot out there right now. And your tires are going to cook. Here comes the attack from Atomgren on Matti. And they're side by side into the first corner. Is there going to be an overtake over there? No, it's not. There was a defensive line of Matti. And here they're going to go to Coca-Cola corner. A really fast one. Be careful over here, because if you push somebody wide over there, you're going to get a penalty. What? A lot is happening. A lot is happening. A little bit further back, we see a lot of battles as well. And we can see Atomgren holding up Mamamo. And I think it's crucial for Mamamo to pass Atomgren, else he can never make any statement. Although, they, as I said, they drive for different teams, Atomgren and Matti. But... originally, here comes the attack into the Dunlop chicane, and Mamamo on the inside, and Atomgren is going to hold it, and is Mamamo, can he still be on the outside? Whoa, that was risky. Third 13 is a right-hander, and Atomgren has to yield that one. Mamamo in second for the GT3, and Atomgren immediately tries to regain that position back. Because of that battling, you can see a bit of a gap between the number 1 and number 2 in the GT3 class. Let's see a little bit further up front. Let's run you through that order. Here we are, Mateus in the lead. Of course, with maybe a penalty above his head. Although it was, he said netcode. Yeah, I find it questionable. And he's already behind the GT3 class. Take a look at that difference in speed. That's ridiculous. He's already up on the back of the GT3s. And that's the same for Ricky. Ricky is in second, of course, right now. He promoted to second because of that spin of Nick Rigier. He's already behind the GT3 class as well. Into the first corner, that is going to be an attack from... wow. Who was that? That was Rasdiam on Slim... BCC, and here come the leaders. Let's get to third place. He's already fighting the traffic as well. Ooh, a bit of a push from the team, his own teammate. So just Mortal Velos for EDC. In third right now. In fourth, we have Pixel RE also coming up to traffic, in the middle of traffic. And let's see a little bit further back there. We've got Nick Rigier, 7.4 seconds behind right now instead of in the lead. Oh, that's painful. But also coming up to traffic. Hopefully everybody gets out of the way as good as possible. Hey, we've got the Vries, Debris here in as well. Yeah, speak clear English, please. Yes, I will. I will do it over the Dutch accents, yes? Yeah, Pan Am, I agree. I thought, whoa, a bit of a push over there from Pixel. Let's quickly mark that one. And we can see that Pixel RE came up to traffic in the wrong spot. Whoa, he pushed one of the GT3 cars out of the way. And there's a half-second penalty for Cast over there. A lot is happening. A lot is happening right now. We can't even follow it. Yes, thank you. We can see that Flame Haze is already, you saw that on the side of the track, defending his position. And we can see that Nick Rigier is back in fourth place right now. Very good of him. But let's see that accident with Pixel RE. Let's see that quickly. Let's get on board. Here we are, just behind. Nice guy. And a bit of a touch. Whoa, that's a huge, huge touch. And a good overtake from Nick Rigier over there. Let's get back to the leaders. He's passed all the GT3 class. Still in the lead, let's say about 4 seconds in front of Ricky. Here is Ricky in second. Then we've got Mortal Velos in third. And behind that, we've got Nick Rigier coming up to the last. Couple of guys from the GT3 class. Here he comes to the inside. And do remember, the best thing you can do in the GT3 class is hold your line. Don't yield. Don't make any silly, weird mistakes. Let the LMP1 car drive around you. They're faster, superior in grip, superior in downforce. Oi, 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 oi. Hey, hello, Erik Den Haag. Yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim Den Heijer. Yes, very goed allemaal. I heard niet what you say. Well, let's get back to the GT3 class. Matti still in the lead and only 6/10 behind that. We've got Mamamo, and behind that, Attemgren still in the slipstream as well. So we've got the top three really close together, and then there is a huge gap already to Flame Haze, who's in fourth for the GT3 class. And we've got Joe Cast from New York City, although he's Italian. But hey, it can be mafia. It can be mafia. You never know. Yeah. And behind that, we've got Ras Diam with a faulty livery, but that's due to a glitch. And then we've got Dylan behind that in 13th overall, and Nice Guy in 14th. So let's see what the battles are. I believe it's going to be for first place in GT3. But let's have a quick look at the guys up front. Matheus for TFP, still on the lead. And yeah, it looked like net coding, but yeah, still questionable. 4.3 in the lead over Ricky. Let's see, there is no real offset in tires. Nobody's really saving. And then we've got Mortal Velos in third. 2 seconds behind the leader and 3.7 seconds behind Mortal Velos in third. In fourth, we've got Nick Regier. And then a little bit further back there, we've got Pixelari. And those were all LMP1 cars. Now let's see that fight for... Why? We've got Mamamo in the lead. How did he do that? We want to know. We want to know. But first of all, is there going to be an attack from Matti into the first corner? No, but it's going to be Attemgren versus Matti. And here he comes, Attemgren in the Spider GT car. Let's see if we can catch that. Hopefully it is. Nope, it's done already over here. Missed it. Too bad. And now it's going to be a fight between the Aston Martins of the two Feel Good Racing drivers. Poi. Oh, huge dive from over there from Attemgren on Matti. And I believe Matti is really struggling. Yeah, he's struggling with the tires at the moment and struggling with fuel as well. I don't know if I can show this, but we can all see it right now. And Attemgren passed him for second place in the GT3 class. Beautifully done. That was a really nice overtake. A nice surprise. You can do that on Fuji. There are more spots than corner number 1 where you can overtake. A little bit further back. Let's see. Flame Haze all on his own and a half-second penalty for Joe Cast. And whoa, a bit of a slide from Flame Haze. And Joe Cast with a full second penalty right now. Oh, that's going to be painful. And a huge slide coming out of corner 15. Nets corner, it's called. And then into Panasonic, the last corner, on to the main straight. Here we are. And this is going to be absolutely horrendous for him to serve. Let's see that. Here it comes. And here comes Rastiam. Bye-bye. Swai. Ooh. A nasty one. Lost one place. We've got Dylan in 12th right now. And then in 13th, we have Slim BCC. And if somebody can help me out with all the team names, that would be amazing. I know this one is EDC, right? The purple one. Am I correct? And then here we've got... Sorry about that. Fuel can shop. Now, let's calm down a bit and let's run you through the order after 11 laps. And let's see how quickly those LMP1 cars can catch up to the GT3 cars. We've got Matheus for TFP still in the lead. 4.4 seconds in front of Ricky. Let's see that again. Now, only 2 seconds in front of Mortal Velos for EDC. Nova. The pink Lambo is Nova. Thanks, Pan Am. Nice one. Good to know. We've got EDC over here with Mortal Velos behind the wheel in the LMP1 car. A little bit further back in fourth right now, Nick Ridgier for Inferno Motorsport. And then behind that, we've got Pixel RE. And this is a glitch as well, because this is the normal livery, isn't it? For the Audi R8. Wow, that's not good. Those aren't the lines you should take. Wow. I think Pixel RE has a bit of difficulty to drive the car at the moment. But he's in fifth overall, fifth in the LMP1 class. Then in the lead for the GT3, we've got Mamamo in the Aston Martin for Inferno. Behind that, we've got Spider GT with Atom Graham behind the wheel, really close, right underneath the rear wing of Mamamo. And then Mati in 8th place, overall in 3rd. Sayonara, adios. Ooh. In 3rd place right now in the Aston Martin as well. Oh, let's get rid of that. Flame Haze in 4th for the GT3 class. High Caliber Racing. HER. High Caliber Racing. Thanks, Lusion. Thanks for giving me that one. High Caliber Racing in 5th. So that's Pixel. Thank you for that one. Now back to Flame Haze. A nice. Yeah, how do I say that correctly? Hentai livery? And you all know what that is. Then, of course, the livery that didn't load in for Ras Diam, Dutch driver, in 5th right now. Oh, if Lusion wants to join, he can join if he... Yeah, just join the party, add me on PlayStation Network. And oh, here comes the leader again. Everybody's coming up the traffic. Let's see that. Now let's see, 2nd place. Is he already up, coming up the traffic? Here he is, yes. Oh, huge slide over there for Mortal Velos. And let's see how much it will cost him. We've got Nick Ridgier in 4th. Clearing the traffic as well. Oh, it's so difficult to clear the traffic. Let's get on board. The cockpit view. Whoa, huge drift over there from Nick Ridgier. Coming out of the last corner. A huge penalty there for Slim PCC. And let's see with Mortal Velos for EDC. Poo. It is a difficult one. All the traffic. And I believe every single... Yeah, how many laps it's going to be? 8th? 7 to 8 laps. You're going to lap the whole GT3 class. Pfft. Here comes Nick Ridgier. 11 seconds behind the leader right now. And let's see a little bit further up front. Matthews is already done with the whole GT3 class. So is Ricky. And Mortal Velos is still pushing on Flame Haze through the Dunlop chicane to the outside in corner number 13. Don't go too wide over there. There is AstroTurf on the outside and it will spin you out. A little bit further back, we've got Nick Ridgier still coming up to the number 4, 3, 2, and 1. for the GT3 class. A little bit further back, we've got Pixel finally past number 12. So that's going to be number 7 in the GT3 class. We still have Mamamo in the lead, but here comes an attack from Atemgren into the first corner. Wow, what a beautiful move. What a beautiful move. So we've got Atemgren in the lead for the GT3 cars. Doing a really good job on the tires. That's ridiculous. Take a look at that. And here comes the leader of the LMP1 cars, passing them on the outside into 100R towards the hairpin. And we can see that Matti is slowly falling back. Has the same tire wear compared to Mamamo, but Atemgren is doing the best job. Really soft on his tires. That's splendid. Outstanding. And I think that's the real benefit for him at the moment. Whoa, here comes Ricky on the inside of Mamamo, and probably going to be the outside over here, or the inside as well to Atemgren. Whoa, bit of a different line for Atemgren. And let's see, I don't think it's going to be an overtake at the end of the straight. Maybe it is, maybe not. That's going to be Derry. But let's see that move for the lead again. Shall we or shalln't we? We're going to wait. Hey, Vicenza. Welcome to the chat. Is there's going to be a move into the Daiichi corner number 1? No, it's not. So let's see a lap back. On board with Atemgren. Yeah, we're going to go for the move. Let's go to TV Cam into corner number 1. A beautiful move. And no defensive line from Mamamo, because he knows it's an endurance race. You gotta take it easy. Now let's quickly sort this immediately. Else we're going to see every single time we're on the street that somebody has to refuel, although they have fuel. Let's see a little bit further back. Here we've got Matti in 3rd place. Then we've got Flame Haze in 4th. Ras Diam in 6th. 5th. And we've got Dylan in 6th. That's Hyper Caliber Racing. Here we've got Noise Guy. A little bit further back, Joe Coast fighting over 13th overall together with Slim BCC from Fuel Can Shop. Whoa, a huge drift over there from Joe Cast coming out of the Dunlop chicane. Whew, that Lambo feels tricky. Sees it slides all over the place, that Lambo. Whoa. Half-second penalty for Slim BCC. And here we are with the leaders again. That gap slowly growing between Ricky and Matheus. Up to 5 seconds right now. And I think soon we're going to start with... Well, soon. We're going to start with pit stops. Yes, we do. But not soon. Atemgren still in the lead for the GT3 cars and slowly pulling out a gap over Mamamo. We can see that. And that's mostly because of tire wear. I don't know what Atemgren is using, what kind of wheel, but I think it has no steering lock. Not at all. He is so smooth on the tires. Very smooth, eh? Very good. Very good, very good. Oh, shit, I forgot all the time. We've got no... Ah, there you go. Finally, you can hear the cars. My God. I forgot that one. Sorry about that. A bit chaotic. The pixel just pushed him into oblivion. Yeah, freeze it. Wasn't a good move, right? Do remember that one. Now Matti in third for the GT3 cars. Also really bad on the tires. I think Mamamo and Matti will have to pit first. Out of the top three of the GT3 cars. A little bit further back, Flame Haze way better on the soft tires. And we can see that Raz DM is way better on the soft tires compared to Matti and Mamamo as well. And here we've got a fight for 11th place. Let's keep an eye on this one. And we can see that Noise Guy, of course in the mediums, is now on the benefit of having the better tires compared to the soft tires. And now that Lambo we know is all over the shop. It depends on how you set the car up, but ooh, bit of an extreme white line from Noise Guy. Let's get on board with Noise Guy. And let's do a track guide as well, just behind Dylan. Here we come towards the first corner. Just about the curbstone as your braking point into Daiichi, as it's called. Coming out of here, be careful on the outside, don't hit that gully in the curbstone, because it's gonna sling you to the right or the left into Coca-Cola corner. Third corner is this, don't go too wide, it's gonna give you a penalty, be careful over there. Into 100R, a long, extremely long right-hander with multiple lifts. And we can see that Dylan went a little bit wide over there into the hairpin. 6 and 7 coming out of here, and they're gonna go side by side on this back straight called 300R. And we're gonna have blue flags already. We can see here comes the number 1 already. This is gonna be a nice one for the chicane towards the Dunlop chicane. And who's gonna break the latest? Is it still gonna be Noise Guy on the outside? Yes, it is. Here we see, and there goes the LMP1 car as well. What a move from Noise Guy on Dylan Pro. And let's get on board with him again. And let's see, that's coming out of corner number 13. Don't go too wide over there as well. There is AstroTurf on the outside into 14 and 15. Nets corner, as it's called. Coming out of here into the last right-hander, an extremely long one. Panasonic corner. Whoa, and it's difficult coming out of here because that runoff. And here comes the number 2 in the race, Ricky, passing the GT3 cars. But coming out of that last corner is difficult because it's your runoff is elevated, so it can it can spin you out quite easily. Matti left the lobby. No, you're serious? What the hell happened? We've got Atamgren still in the lead, then Mamamo, and then Flame Haze in third right now. Wow, Tim, that was a really good spot. Thank you for noticing that. A disconnect. No! Oi, Matti. Oi. Hopefully it's not up to Finland, because else we might lose Atamgren as well. Well, it still looks good, as you can see out of the last corner over there. That elevated runoff. And do remember, in Gran Turismo, Your track limits are the white line, and as soon as that is a curb, it's going to be the curbstone. But as soon as the curbstone ends, then it's going to be the white line again. So coming out of the first corner here as well, you can use the curbstone. Stay with 2 wheels at minimum on the curbstone, and that's your track limit. The same for corner number 3 over here. To the outside, you can run it wide, but stay with 2 tires on the curbstone, all within the white lines. Else it's going to be a half-second penalty. Ooh, Spidey GT could win the championship if they finish first. And short and whoa, here tire squeals. Ooh. And short and sweet finishes 5th or lower. Ooh, that's a nice one to know. Thanks for that inside info, Tim. That's really good to know. Let's see if we have any big battles. On the racetrack, let's go all the way up to the leader. Here we are, TFP. Still Matheus in the lead in the R18. 5.2 seconds in front of Ricky. Coming out of next corner as well, into the last corner. Beautiful livery, I love that one. And a little bit further back, now we've got Nick Ridger in 3rd place. So we overtook Mortal Velos. Nobody made a pit stop from the LMP1 cars so far. Let's see, Mortal Velos in 4th at the moment. And a little bit further back, then we've got Pixel RE from Hyper Caliber Racing. And Attemgren doing a really good job on the tires, and we can see Mamamo is gonna struggle right now, and Matti, of course, in 3rd place, who was struggling as well with the tires, is gone. And here comes the number 1 again. From the LMP1 cars to the inside. Wow, huge lag over there from Matheus. And that's a difficulty of having motor crashed incident with Group 3. Ooh, thanks for that info, Freeze. Oh, and there's a little bit of more inside info from Tim. A bit of a... Yeah, we're not even going to mention it. Of course, we know these days that when it's done, and when it doesn't work, you don't want to race anymore. But we've got Mamomo still in 2nd, and 2nd place LMP1 car coming up behind on the straight. This is going to be good. It's going to be nice. You lose the least time, and we see a penalty for Attemgren, the leader in the GT3 car of GT3 group. A little bit further back, there we've got Flame Haze with the number 5 LMP1 car right in front of him, right at the moment. Coming out of the last corner, no slipstream, because that LMP1 car is way too fast. As you can see, it's bye-bye, swipe. Behind that, we can see that Raz the Am is slowly closing towards Flame Haze. Flame Haze had a huge gap over him, so he's doing a really good job. Well, thanks for the inside info, Freeze and Tim. Thank you very much. I like that. Keep that coming. That's going to be helpful. Let's keep an eye on this battle for 3rd place at the moment in the GT3 class. A little bit further back, we've got Noise Guy pulling out a gap over Dylan Pro. Oh, goes deep into turn number 1. But I think, if I'm correct, Mamomo has to make a pit stop pretty soon. It's going to be this lap or the next lap. He's going to be the first one to make that pit stop. Already 23 laps in. My God, even more. 26 laps. Wow. And let's see if Mamomo is going to peel to the right-hand side of the Fuji Speedway straight. He does. Here he comes. You have to do it early, because that, if you cross that white pit entry line. You're going to get a 3-second penalty. Here he comes into the pit. He's going to be the first one. And let's see, Flame Haze still has a couple of laps of tires left on that one. So he's definitely going to pass. And we've got, of course, Raz DM right behind him coming out of the last corner. Panasonic corner. Let's get into the cockpit view. I like this one better. Ah, it's a CE error. Okay, that's good to know, Tim. Blah. And we can see that Raz DM passed Mamamo, so that's nice guy. Oh no, he did not. Mamamo is still in front of Flame Haze. My God. Still in second place. Okay, back onto the soft tires. That's good to know. Oh, that's a good question. How do you pronounce your name? Gehlam? It's a really good question. I don't know if they do rejoins in the second stint. I know they do that with IRO and ERF. Although ERF is not here anymore. But I don't know with Enduro GT. Ah, they can rejoin. Nice. Good to know, Tim. Thanks for that insider again. We can see Atomgren is in. And what is better, the overcut or the undercut? I think the latter one. Oh, sorry, the first one, the undercut. It's going to be the better one. And we can see no refueling, just a little bit of refueling. Oh, here comes Atomgren already. Did he save enough? Here he comes towards the first corner. And Mamamo is going to be right on his tail yet again. With one lap, all the tires. That's all the difference between the two. And I think the undercut normally works. But since Atomgren, of course, had better tires compared to Mamamo, yeah, big enough of a gap over Atomgren in the Spidey GT car. Boy, guys, a lot is happening. Really, a lot is happening. Yeah, of course, I understand that one, Tim. Yeah, you're gonna get a penalty for that. Of course, if it was an error, it's not your fault, but still, yeah. Somebody else is in. Let's see who it is. Let's quickly skip towards that. It's Dylan Pro for his first scheduled pit stop, and I think that's going to be medium tires because he's absolutely refueling that thing to the neckers. Whew. That's going to be a long stint for Dylan. Is that going to be all the way to the end? I don't know. Would be risky, would be a nice one. Let's see the tire wear of the number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 in the race. There you go, Freeze. I had exactly the same ID. Well, yeah, there's going to be... Oh, sorry, to finish that. Sorry, Tim. There are going to be penalties, of course, for... even though it's not your fault. For leaving the lobby. And... yeah, they have to calculate it. They have a good hour to sort it out, says Gehlam. That's for sure. And the LMP1s are getting close to that first pit stop as well. 6.8 seconds in the lead for TFP. And a little bit further back, we've got Ricky with about the same tire wear. And it's going to be the same for Nick Regier. A little bit worse compared to Ricky in third place. And then Mortal Velos slowly closing on Nick Regier again. Here comes Nick Regier already. He's going to come in for his first scheduled pit stop. No, he's not. Did he fake it? Okay. Well, never mind. And we see... whoa, that's going to be a penalty if you're going to go too wide. Coming out on the last corner in 3, 2, 1. Bing! No! Wow. But we can see that Pixel is the worst on tires and is in 5th place right now, 14.1 seconds behind Mortal Velos. Really bad, really bad. Yeah, P3 and P4 is getting close, that's for sure, Freeze. That's for sure. That's going to be an exciting one during the pit stops. Let's see, Mortal Velos has way better fuel wear compared to Nick Regier. And tire wear is a bit better as well. So okay, he's definitely in the benefit. EDC versus Inferno. Now let's go a little bit further back. We had Atemgren for Spider GT in. Same for Mamamo for Inferno. In already. And here comes Flame Haze. Well, that's an early stop. He could have carried on a couple of laps. But hey, if you got a strategy, keep it. Oh, Ricky is in. The first of the LMP1 cars. Wow, okay. Nick Regier is in as well. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Mortal Velos as well. Wow, he could have done the overcut. So it's only going to be the number 1 and... No, the number 5 is going to come in as well. So only the number 1 in the race is going to continue on his old soft tires. Ooh, that's going to be a tricky one to... Here comes Ricky on the Racing Softs out of the pit. And then we have Nick Regier on the Racing Softs out of the pit. And the same for Mortal Velos. And I think it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be softs as well for Pixel Ari. Excuse me. Gotta find my mouse. High Caliber Racing. A little bit further back, Atemgren yet again with a half-second penalty. And hopefully Mamamo is going to do better on his tires right now. But we've seen that Mamamo made a pit stop as well out of the GT3 class. And we've got Noise Guy still on those racing mediums. Do remember he started on those and can carry on all the way. Still has a half tank, more than half of a tank of fuel left, and is driving the racing mediums who are not half worn yet. So we can still continue quite a bit. Now a little bit further back we've got Flame Haze yet again on the soft tires in the Porsche, doing a really good job. It's an absolutely phenomenal job, really good. Unfortunately we lost one of the GT3 cars due to a disconnect. It was Matti. Then we have Raz DM with Nick Regier right behind him in that fast left-hander, Coca-Cola corner. Whoa. A bit of dirty air for Raz DM over there from that LMP1 car. Also made a pit stop for fresh soft tires with a half tank of fuel. A little bit further back, we're on the racing medium. Whoa, huge hit over there from... Oh, yellow flags? Why are there yellow flags? What happened? Somebody backwards? No. Okay. But we've got fuel can shop with slim PCC behind the wheel. On the racing mediums right now, but only with a half tank of fuel. Okay, that's an interesting one. Now we've got Dylan Pro on the racing mediums. We saw that happening, of course, in the pit stop. And he's with a full fuel tank on his way. Mortao spun. Okay. Now we've got Joe Cast on the racing mediums in the Lambo. Let's quickly see that again. Maybe we can catch it. Oh, sorry. We're going to go to place number 9, place number 10. No, a little bit further back. Here we have that. Let's see who spun out on camera. Here we can see the LMP1 camera. Ah, here it is. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here it is. Mortal. He spun out. Ooh, rear bumper damage and right rear suspension damage. We've missed that moment between. Whoa, huge drift over there as well. catching a lot in that replay. Oi, 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 oi. So the number 4 in the race spun out. Only 2.8 seconds in front of Pixel RE. So we can see that R18 is a bit of a handful to drive, especially with all the GT3 class around you constantly every 7 laps. That's possible, the wind. That's possible, freeze. And speed and direction altered. Yeah, all possible in Gran Turismo. But this means that he's 8.7 seconds behind Nick Ruggiero at the moment for Inferno Motorsport, and only a half second penalty for Pixel RE, but only 3.3 seconds in front of Pixel RE. Hyper Caliber Racing. Let's look a little bit further back. We've got Attemgren for the GT3 class still in the lead, and we can see that the second car of the LMP1 class is trying to overtake him on the outside into Net's corner. And Mamamo still right on his tail. But yet again, Attemgren with really good tire wear compared to Mamamo. Of course, there is a different, there is an offset of 1 lap between the number 1 and number 2 in the GT3 class, but yeah, still. Let me quickly check a couple of messages. Number 1, 22 seconds in the lead and still carrying on those worn soft tires. Amazing. But is that going to be beneficial? Is this going to be good? We don't know. But we can see that Ricky is slowly catching. Wow, that is a huge offset in pace. Because as you can see on the right hand side, a 128.0 as last lap, and before that a 128.4 for the leader, and then in second place we've got 126.2, 126.9 from second place car in the LMP1 class. And then we've got Nick Ruggiero with 126s as well, passing the teammate of the GT3 class. Coming up to Attemgren, the number 1 in the GT3 class. And a little bit further back, 126s as well for EDC with Wortel behind the wheel. And that's going to be the same for Pixel RE. Everybody has new, fresh, soft tires. So how far is Matheus for TFP going to drop back? That's going to be the question. A really good question. Let's get back to the leaders of the GT3 class. Here we have Attemgren still in the lead, but only with 1.5 seconds of a margin. So we can't make any mistakes, but we know that Mamamo is a bit rougher on the tires compared to Attemgren. That's going to be definitely beneficial. Hey, welcome, Henk-Jan. Henk! Whoa! Mortal Velo's nearly in the back of Mamamo, the GT3 car, with that superior grip of that LMP1 car compared to the GT3 car. Ooh. And we've got Noise Guy in third right now. Of course, on those medium tires. Hasn't made a stop yet. Blue flags coming up, of course. That's going to be constant. Half-second penalty and only 1.2 seconds. Whoa! Flame Haze went a little bit wide coming out of the last corner. And here comes that first stop for Noise Guy, I think. Will it? No, it does not. Okay. Peeled off to the right-hand side for that half-second penalty. Here they come towards the first corner. It's going to be for place number 3 in the race, and Flame Haze takes it. What a beautiful move. Nicely done. Noise Guy nearly held it, but here is a defensive line into corner number 3. It's a really fast right of left-handed. Oh, a bit of a touch over there. Ooh, Hopefully that's not going to be a penalty or some sort of... Phew. Let's see that move again from Flame Haze in towards the first corner. Of course, the half-second penalty for Noise Guy. Here they are, side by side. Let's go chase cam view, and let's look side by side. Oh, here we're gonna go, and we can see that Noise Guy breaks a little bit later, and Flame Haze perfectly leaves the space over there. Here we're gonna go, coming out of that corner, and towards Coca-Cola corner. Is the replay gonna be long enough to see that little bit of a touch? Here it is. Oh, that's an early turn in from Noise Guy. Yeah, we could have seen it. Hey, Rick! Who's Rick? Welcome to the chat. Here we are. Let's go Inferno. Thank you. Yes. Let's see how they do. They were fighting for the lead in LMP1, and they're fighting for the lead in GT3 as well. Unfortunately, Nick Rigier had a bit of a spin. With the number 1 right now. Questionable if it was netcode or not. But, and thank you as well for cheering me on. Woo! And we can see that Flame Haze is way quicker, of course, on those new fresh soft tires compared to the worn mediums of Noise Guy. But he hasn't made a stop yet. Oh, that's what I mean coming out of the first corner. Be careful over there with that gully and the AstroTurf on the outside. Here comes the number 2 LMP1 car, quite close behind the number 4 of the GT3 class. And to the outside, it's going to be an easy pass. Whoa, oh, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Coming out of the first corner and the last corner. Let's get on board with him. And you're going to see that car wiggle all over the place. If you go a little bit too early on the throttle, and you're going to hit that AstroTurf and that bit of a gully over there. Whoa, it's going to unsettle the car so badly. Pew! Ah, okay. Got it. Cunningham, we're going to go there. Give me a quick sec. Let me do this. And the leader is on lap 39, going into lap 40 at the moment. So nearly halfway through. There you have it. So after this lap, we're going to go on to lap 41, and that's already going to be half distance for stint number 1. We're perfectly on schedule at the moment, and we can see that the leader hasn't made a stop. Still hasn't made a stop. Still on those soft tires. And take a look at those lap times. Compared to Ricky on new fresh soft tires. Whoa, nearly losing it over there. Meine Güte, coming out of the hairpin, as it's called, corner number 6 and 7. That was close. You're welcome, Cunningham. You're welcome. If needed, tell me where to switch and to give you the inside info. 6 and 7, is that a fight? A fight between Mamamo and Atamgren. Jonathan. No fight. It's getting close, but we know that Mamamo is a bit rougher on the tires compared to Atamgren. Both in the same car, but I think the setup is way different. And Mamamo is quite aggressive on this, the setup. I know that. Hey, the leader is in at the moment. Here we have him. Finally. And is he going to go for the medium tires? Is he going to yank it all the way up top? And let's see. He's coming out of the pit yet again on soft tires. So no. And we can see that Nick Ridger on those new fresh soft tires. Well, not new for him anymore. Is in second right now. And are we going to have that same battle and that same fight again? Oh, hopefully no netcode. Hopefully no netcode this time. But we know that Matheus, will he make it until the end? I think he will on this set of tires. Question to the chat. Quickly. Run me up and tell me if it is that do they need to use 2 or even all different kind of racing tires, or is it permitted to only use 1 compound for the whole stint? If so, then Matheus is definitely going to be the leader. Whoa! Huge drift again coming out of the last corner for Matheus. Nearly losing it over there. Wow, the number 25 car. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Quickly check a bit of what I needed to know. Okay, that's good to know. Now what do we got? We've got Ricky in the lead at the moment on Racing Softs, only with just about half a tank of fuel left. Let's see how far he can drive it and get it. Then we've got Nick Ridger on soft tires as well, with about the same fuel compared to the number 1, but about 14.6 seconds behind than Matheus, with new fresh soft tires, pitted the last lap and has 3/4 of a tank left. I think he can make it until the end. And then Mortal Velos for EDC. Oh, all over the shop. Nearly losing it over there. 16.7 seconds behind the number 3. So he's the number 4 in the race right now. The 55 for the 59 car. All over the shop. In that last sector. He's in 4th. Let's see that again. I want to see that. Take a look at this. Oh, that's really far back, but let's get into the last sector. Let's see how hard he fights it. And of course, do remember these cars have a hybrid system in them, so it gives you extra torque. Whoa, that huge drift, you saw it. Take a look at those corrections on the steering wheel. A little bit wide over here, and then into here. Dirty tires, of course. Into the last corner. There's going to be several corrections coming onto the street, as you can see. Wow. Mortofelos on reasonable fresh soft tires with over half a tank of fuel left. And then we've got Pixel RE on fresh, reasonable fresh soft tires with only 1/3 of a tank left. little bit further back, the leader in GT3 cars is Attemgren in the Aston Martin for Spider GT, and just 2.4 seconds behind that we have Mamamo, and we can see that Dylan Pro, the number 12 in the race, and Joe Cast are gonna fight it out in towards the first corner, and here comes the number 3 LMP1 car in the race on the inside, first the outside, and it's gonna be Joe Cast in 12th place right now over Dylan. But even the GT3 cars, the number 12 and 13 in the race, ooh, that's probably gonna be a penalty for Dylan because he hit that bollard. Hopefully it's not on strict, the penalties. No, it's not. Okay, it's not gonna be a penalty, but they're even already a lap behind the leaders of the GT3 class. Take a look at that, because if we're going to skip over here to Attemgren and Mamamo, they're in front of Joe Cast and Dylan Pro. But let's go a little bit further back. We've got Flame Haze still in 3rd place for still in 3rd place. And reasonable fresh soft tires, a bit over 1/3 of a tank left, and then we've got Rastiam just about the same for tires and fuel. Then we've got Noise Guy still in those racing mediums, didn't make a pit stop yet. And then we've got Slim PCC for Fuel Can Shop. We've got Joe Cast and Dylan still fighting over 13th place overall. That's going to be 7th place for the GT3s. We can see the number 4 in the race, Mortal Velos, coming up to the number 13 and 12 in the race overall. Is it immediately going to be to the inside over here for Mortal Velos? That's a nice move. Beautifully done. Now give me a bit of a sec. I have to take a short toilet break, because everything was in a rush when I came towards home. And let me quickly sort out all the other commentators if they're going to be here. Whoa, a bit of a touch there from Mortal Velos towards Attemgren. Whew. I think unnecessary, but and Attemgren slowly pulling out a gap. Let's see, Ricky still in the lead, 14.2 seconds in front of Nick Rogier. Nick Rogier only 1.9 seconds in front of Matheus in LMP1. Let's keep an eye on this battle, and give me about a minute and I'll be back. Okay. here we are again. Thanks for your patience. Let's quickly see if anything happened, and we see that Ricky is still in the lead right now. Oh yes, something did change. Wow, did Matus of TFP went that quick? He's already in front of Nick Regier. What happened, guys? Did I miss it? Was that a mistake? Yeah, there definitely was a mistake from Nick Regier, because I see the last lap time was a 1:32.0. And there is constant lap times from Matus. So I think a bit of a mistake from Nick Regier. He gave up third position. Oi, that's unfortunate for Inferno, but Nick died on curb. Thank you, Tim. Aye. Yeah, the curbstones over here on Fuji Speedway are horrendous. And especially when you set up the car a little bit too low, a little bit too far, and a little bit too stiff with the suspension. Yeah, it's gonna kill you. It's definitely gonna kill you. But yeah, we can see 4.3 seconds behind Matus right now. Of course, Matus on that really fresh soft tires, but with a full second penalty right now. Ooh, that's gonna be painful. And especially on this one, because it's immediately after your acceleration point. Coming out of the last corner. Oi, using the grass over there. That's cheating. That is cheating for sure. Ay, you can't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Take a look at this. He knows he has to peel off to the right hand side. But if you drive onto the grass, it's gonna slow down less. You can't do that. No, sir. But okay, it's probably netcode. But Nick Regier right now in third place. Then we've got Mortal Velos and then Pixel RE for all the LMP1 cars. 44, nearly 45 seconds between all of them. And then we've got Atom Gren still in the lead for the GT3 cars, 5 seconds in front of Mamamo for Inferno in second place. Then in third place we still have Flame Haze, but yeah, not that close followed. Yeah, still closely followed by RASTM with that faulty livery. Oh, it's not Pan Am? It's not in the rule book? Okay. Doesn't it say in the rule book that you have to serve your penalty in the correct way? But okay, yeah. This is always a difficult one. If it's not there, if it doesn't say you can't do it, then it's a loophole or a gray area. And if nobody complains and the rules are not changed, you can do it. But okay, we know that Flame Haze is in fourth place right now, with Noise Guy in fifth. And then we have, still on those racing mediums, still hasn't made a stop. We can quickly get rid of that message. And then we have Fuel Can Shop on the racing mediums as well. The 44 car. And here we've got the 255 car of TFP with Joe Cass behind the wheel. And in last place, Dylan Pro of Hyper Caliber Racing. And what number is on it? 87. In last place, well, officially in last place, of course, we have Matty. And let's see how quickly will Matus gain on Ricky. Because right now he's driving around 127.9, then 26.8, then 27.4. It's fluctuating for Ricky at the moment. That's true, Panam and Tim have a good point. It's a 1 second penalty. You should only lose 1 second, not 2. Yeah, true. But the penalty is a 1 second slow down penalty. So that doesn't mean it's only going to lose you 1 second. So it depends on how you look at it. But yeah, I can understand your point, Panam. And the same for Tim. It just can be penalized under common sense. And he's referring to how it can be penalized. Yeah. If you do it with purpose, on purpose, I must say, then yeah, you can see it's not allowed. You shouldn't have done that. The gap between Ricky and Matheus stays about the same, but do remember that Matheus stopped way later compared to the other guys, and they're already on lap 53. So there you go, Cunningham, and a little bit further back Nick Regier in third, 5.1 seconds behind Matheus, and behind that 11.9 seconds for Mortalvelos. Doing better lap times? Yes, he does compared to Nick Regier. And coming up to traffic at the moment. Wow, these LMP1 cars are quick. Really quick compared to the GT3. It's going to be absolutely difficult if you have that LMP1 car to constantly manage that GT3 traffic. But let's get a little bit further back. We can see that gap is slowly growing between Attemgren and Mamamo. And Mamamo is coming up for his pit stop. I think it's going to be this lap if we're going to look at his left front tire. Because it's gone. It's shot. It's dying of death, as Super GT would say. And it does. It definitely does. Here he comes. Is he still going to continue another lap? Wow, he's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Why do you want to do that on those kind of tires? Probably has to do something with strategy, I think. But I think even the number 10 at this moment, Noise Guy, is pulling away on his new racing medium tires. He's finally stopped. And is he going to go to the end? I think he will. Here we have Mamamo. Wow, that left front tire is absolutely shot. Killed. Done and over. HBGT. Hi everyone. Bit late to the party here. Well, welcome to the chat. Join us. Now Mamamo with a half-second penalty coming out of the hairpin. Unfortunate. Flame Haze in third place. Still in the GT3 class. Then Rastiam in fourth. In fifth, Noise Guy. And then in sixth, we've got Joe Cast for TFP with the 255 card and the 87 card. Dylan nearly at the back, but Slim BCC in the... oh, I gotta remember those numbers. The 44 car. And Ricky, we saw him, the 72 car, in the lead with half-second penalty. And only 13.1 seconds in front right now of Matheus. And we know they have quite a big of an offset at the moment between... Oh, this is going to be challenging, by the way, for Matheus. I know he's right behind Flame Haze, but as you can see right now... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, difficult one for Matheus for TFP, the 25 car. Really difficult one. Whoa. A really difficult one for him to pass the... What is Flame Haze, by the way, in? That's the 8th car. The 24 car. Well, we can see that the 25 car had quite a bit of a difficulty to pass the 24 car in the last sector, and that is a difficult one to actually pass, because you have so many lines, so many different lines, and these cars have so much grip. It's ridiculous compared to a Group 3 car. So here we can see that again. Let's get on board with him. Cockpit view, as I said, difficult one. You're gonna go to the inside, outside, and if you choose the outside, whoa, there is a bit of lag over there. Now he wants to choose the inside and outside again, and as we can see on TV cam, that's gonna be an okay pass. Well, we're gonna see that a lot of times again in this race. It shouldn't be A+. Okay. Saw something. Let's see a little bit further back. We've got Nick Rogier. And I want to see... Here comes Mortal Velos. Let's see how far Ricky is compared to all the GT3 cars. Because I want to show you how difficult it is to pass them all. Here comes Ricky already. Only 12 seconds in front of Matheus at the moment. And what I haven't finished is that there is a huge offset in pit stop strategy, because Matheus, I believe, stopped 4 or 5 laps later compared to all the other guys. You can see it in the tire offset. Watch this. If we skip from the number 1 to the number 2 and then to the number 3 again. You can see it in fuel as well. There you go. Huge difference. Now let's see. Is there anything big coming up? Let's get on board with Nick Rich here. And let's see how it looks to have GT3 traffic in front of you. Whoa. Now this one is really good, right on the straight, a bit of a slipstream, and Mamamo is still going to continue with another lap, or did he made a pit stop already? Let's quickly see that. He made a pit stop already. That was his last pit stop. Now let's get back to the number 3, because right now you can see there is a gaggle of 4 cars in front of him, and we know that LMP1 car is way quicker compared to the GT3 cars. Here we have it. Is it going to be the outside? It's going to be the outside. Whoa, you got to be careful over there. Going towards the hairpin. Whoa, nearly losing it. Towards the Dunlop chicane. Keep it tight on the inside. Use the curb. Straighten it out. Don't hit that bullet. Absolutely using the full width of the track here as well. Coming out of 13 into 14 and 15 Nets corner. Keep it tight. But you see that Joe Cast has a half-second penalty. Use the curb on the outside. Be careful with that drainage in the curb. The same here, coming on to the back straight. Whoa! Nearly into the back of Joe Cast. And we can see that he has a half-second penalty, a bit of a slipstream he's going to get from Attemgren. You can't look back if you're on cockpit view in the Audi R8. Okay. And we can see that Ricky is in. The leader is in. Coming out immediately, and that's going to be his last stop on the Racing Soft Tires. Here he comes, here he goes. And he's going to be over 16 seconds, about that, behind the leader. Just in front of Mortal Velos, who we know still has to stop. Now do remember, I'm going to do Stint 2 and Stint 3 as well, so there is going to be a bit of a gap and a bit of a delay switching from one server to the other, or one lobby to the other. So we might lose. We might lose one lap, about that. Unfortunately, one of the Mortal Velos hold it together. We might lose. Oh, Nick Ruggiero is in, the number 2 in the race right now, but it's going to be number 3 and I think even number 4 or is, yes, Mortal Velos coming in as well. So we had the number 2, 3 and 4 in, and it's going to be Pixel RE. Oh, he's way back. But I think he's low on fuel and low on tires. Is he going to come in as well? Nope, he's going to continue another lap. Nick Ruggiero already out. Mortal Velos coming out as well. Here he comes, yes. And that's going to be in front of Pixel RE. Now, of course, we had the pit stop already from Mamamo, and did Attemgren pit as well. Attemgren pit already for the GT3 cars. 11.3 seconds in front of Mamamo. Did Mamamo made a mistake? No, lap times look good. Was it such a short pit stop for Attemgren? Yeah. Wow, he's absolutely nailing this one. Nick didn't fuel up. Might be a mistake over there. Ooh, let's see. Only a quarter. That's, I think, not going to be enough to make it until the end. No, if we look at the rest, you definitely need a third of a tank right now. We can see that with Ricky. We can see that with Matheus. We can see that, oh, not with Nick. We do see that with Mortal Velos. And Pixel RE still has to make a pit stop, but it's probably going to do that as well. Oi, good. Nice spot, Freeze. You spotted it nice. Ooh, Pixel RE nearly losing it, coming out of the last corner, going into the pit right now. And we're going to see if he's going to refuel, that's for sure. That I know, but how far and how much? Now let's quickly... No, we're not going to do that. We're going to watch this first. We can see that Pixel RE, new tires, and now we're going to see how much he's going to refuel. No, it's not going to be 11. It's going to be way more. 27, 31. Yeah, a third. Bit of a third. Yeah, 41%. Nick definitely underfueled. He's only at 25% right now. He has to save massively. But okay. Now, let's quickly run you through the GT3 order again. We had the last stop for Attemgren, then we had the last stop for Mamamo, so it's going to be a straight fight towards the line. He's in second place, Mamamo. Then in third place, we have Flame Haze, already made his pit stop on new fresh soft tires. Then in fourth place, we have Rastiam on new soft tires. Then we have Noise Guy, yet again on racing mediums. We saw that happening. Then in 11th place overall, we have Joe Cast on used medium tires. And I think he made a pit stop already, and I think he's going to finish on this one because he still has half a tank of fuel left. Then in 12th place, we have Dylan Pro on Racing Mediums with a half tank of fuel left. He's going to finish that one as well. And then on Racing Mediums with a half tank of fuel for Fuel Can Shop. The 44 car with Slim PCC behind the wheel as well. So the fight, where is the fight? Where can we see the fight? I think the fight is going to be between Nick Ruggiero and Mortal Velos for Inferno and EDC. Why? Because of that nice spot from Freeze in the chat that he said it's probably a mistake from Nick Ruggiero that he underfueled. Let me quickly do this. Okay. Sorry about that. You didn't see anything. No, huge pin coming out of the last corner for Mortal Velos, and I've been told it's called Flying Piston Racing. Flying Piston Racing. He smashed it into the wall. Front bumper damage, right front suspension damage. This is not good at all. He was hunting down Nick Ruggiero. Let's see that again, coming out of the last corner. Here we go, let's see it into corner number 15. Oh, Slim is driving for Fly Piston Racing. Okay, thank you. Here it comes, and as I said, it's going to be difficult over here. Oh, especially with that hybrid system kicking in. Coming out of the last corner. Damage all over the place. But it's temporary. I can see. Okay. So there is no real consequence of crashing. Okay, got it, guys. Got it. So Storm and NBR picks. Yeah, it's Slim PCC is driving for Flying Piston Racing. Not for Fuel Can Shop. Got it. Understood. It's going to be difficult to remember everything. With new drivers. New teams, of course. And I know a couple of them, but not all of them. So we still got TFP in the lead with the 25 car with Mateus behind the wheel, coming up to the GT3 class again. Then in second place we have Ricky, both on lap 64. They're gonna start lap 65 with the, did I read that correctly? 72 car? Let's quickly see that. Yeah. With Ricky behind the wheel, then the 54 car Inferno Motorsport with Nick Ruggiero behind the wheel in third place. Then in fourth place we have the EDC car, the number 59, sorry, and then the number 8 car with Pixel RE behind the wheel in fifth place. Then Adam Gren for Spider GT with the 52 in first place of the GT3 cars. Thanks again, Pix. Thanks. And then we've got Mamamo for Inferno Motorsport with the 53 car. And then we have Flame Ace being overtaken by the Inferno Motorsport car, the number 24. In overall third place of the GT3. In fourth place we have the... Oh, we can't see that. Which number this one has. We've got Raz DM in fourth. Then in fifth place, by the way, this is due to a glitch so RASDM cannot do anything about that. Now in the number 8 car, we've got Noise Guy. And then behind that, we've got the 255 of TFP, the Lamborghini, and there is going to be a fight between Dylan Pro in the 87 and the 255. Let's get on board with him. Here we go in the Lamborghini versus Lamborghini for 11th place towards corner number 1. Here we go, here we go. And that is a defensive line from Joe Gast. And here he goes to the outside. Is this immediately going to be a good move? And they're both on about the same... Oh, sorry. About the same tire wear. And Joe Cast is still in front. Nice defensive move from Dylan Pro. Let me quickly do this. We've got Dylan Pro still in front of, behind Joe Cast, and we can see that Joe Cast has a bit of problem coming out of the chicane, and then Nick Richier in the middle of it. Oi, 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 pushing on Joe Cast over there. That difference in speed is ridiculous between the LMP1 and GT3, and I'm still gonna see it, and I'm gonna see it for 6 hours straight. It's beyond. You can only see it when they're next to each other, and here comes Dylan Pro again with a better exit out of the last corner. Right in the slipstream, Huracan versus Huracan for place number 11 overall in the race. For place number 8, is it 8? No, it's place number 7 for the GT3 cars. Here it comes. Is there going to be a defensive line again from Joe Gast? It is. Dylan Pro chooses the outside, wants the under and over. And a shorter line there from Dylan, but he cannot make it happen at this moment. And still they're in order and in the same order. Let's see. Whoa, Joe Gas nearly went too wide over there. Is this an opportunity for Dylan Pro to dive to the inside in this very, very long right-hander? And no, it's not. Into the app, and here he comes to the inside. Yes, it's going to be the move. Or not. Or they're going to go side by side out of the hairpin on the back straight 300R. And let's see if this is going to be the move for Dylan into the Dunlop chicane. Chooses the outside yet again. And wants the under and over yet again. But Joe Cast has a really good defensive line. Constantly. Wow, what a fight we have over here. To the inside of corner number 13. Here he comes. Oh, Joe Cast has to leave the space. And Dylan Pro finally in 11th, but in 12th again because the next corner is a left-hander. And Dylan on the outside. Take a look at this fight. This is amazing, amazing. Whoa, Joe Cast nearly losing it. Coming out of there. Corner number 15. I heard tire squeals as well. Somebody coming out of that. And finally it's done. No, it's the under and over for Joe Cast. Oh, they nearly touch it. They touch each other and nearly losing it. Both coming out of the last corner. What a fight. And still Joe Cast in front of Dylan. TFP, the 255 versus the 87 of... what was it again? No, it's not Flying Piston Racing. That's Slim. Slim is all the way at the back. Here they come again towards the first corner. Yet again, Dylan is forced to the outside. But Joe Cast goes a little bit deep right now. And now it's finally time for Dylan to move up to 11th place overall. And immediately that's going to be an LMP1 car, of course, around the outside. And then Dylan finally made the move on the 255. Wow, what a fight between these two. Meine Gute. Keep it clean, and it was clean. A bit of argy-bargy, but all good. Definitely all good. What the hell? Oh no, here we're gonna go again towards the Dunlop chicane. Here comes Joe Gas to the outside. Dylan has a defensive line into it. And is there gonna be an under and over from Joe Gas? There is. Side by side coming out of here. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no! They're backwards. What are you guys doing? No, they wait for each other, but it was fair until then. Ay, 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 guys. Okay, they're gonna continue. They're already at the back. And whoop, whoop, Dylan nearly losing it. Yeah, now it's finally time for Joe Gas to repass him again. Oh, that was a bit rough. Or unnecessary, I must say. Yeah, damn, that's for sure, Freeze. They're fighting for every little bit of piece of tarmac. Ridiculous. Let's see that one again. Let's get on board. Cockpit view with Joe Cast right behind Dylan Pro. And soon we're gonna switch to TV cam. You can see that Dylan takes that defensive line. We saw this, of course. Now let's get to chase cam view. That under and over. Here it comes. Perfectly executed, but a little bit of a drift over there. Oh, it's self-inflicted, and then an inflicted touch on the right rear panel of Dylan Pro. Oh, good that. Joe Cast waited, but yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. Whoa, that's too wide for Joe Cast over there. That's going to be a penalty for sure. And let's see Dylan Pro right on the tail of Joe Cast again, and a half-second penalty. If Dylan Pro is smart, he's not going to overtake him. Oh, he does! A bit of a push, a bit of a drift over there, and this fight for 12th place overall. The 7th place in the GT3 class is absolutely all over the place. Oh, here comes Joe Cast immediately on Dylan Pro into the chicane. These guys are fighting it out. Oh my god. That's Nova. Nova versus TFP. Oi! And yet again, Joe Cast with a bad entry into 13. A bad exit, I must say. Dylan Pro on the inside of corner number 15. And they're gonna... Oh no, not again. Come on, guys. Keep each other alive. They're pushing each other all the way, all the lap in the last sector. And there's going to be a half-second penalty, unfortunately, for Joe Cast. So I think he has to say goodbye to Dylan from Nova. And here comes Mateus. Oh, be careful over there. Oh, nearly the leader into the back of Joe Cast. Oh, he's still in the slipstream. Don't know how. Well, I do know. Cut in the grass. Oh, a little bit too deep from Joe Cast over there. And a wiggle coming out of that corner. Let's see the leader, by the way. He's on lap 78. There you go, coming in. And let's get back to that fight for 12th place overall. 7th place for the GT3 cars. And Joe Cast out of the slipstream at the moment. But I want to see that battle again. Fuel for Nick. Good question. Nice one. Freeze. Ooh, that's too critical. He can't make that. No, he can't make that. But I think he can make a pit stop. Just a quick 4-second penalty. That's not going to help. But a quick splash and dash to the end. Oh, nearly losing it. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Let's see a little bit further back if that fight is still on. 12th place. Yeah, it's getting on again. But I wanted to see that replay. Let's go chase cam view. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Here we go with that fight. That half-second penalty, of course, a little bit deep into turn number 13. There we can see it. Oh, huge drift coming out of there. Into 14 and 15. Dylan on the inside. Here we go. And that is a under and over and a bit of a touch on the rear towards Dylan. And Joe Cast with a way better exit coming out of there. That's what we like to see. But no, Joe Cast way too far back. The 255 of TFP has lost the slipstream. Okay. Let's run you through the order. Matheus still in the lead for TFP in the LMP1 class. 9.8 seconds, 9.7 seconds in front of Ricky in the Project 1 car with the nice midnight purple 72 car. By the way, the number 1 is a 25 car. And we've got the 54 car of Nick Regier, Inferno Motorsport, in third place, 20 seconds in front of the, gotta remember, use your, 59 of course, of EDC. What is it? Yeah. Oh, a huge spin from the number 3 in the GT3 class. Oh, is this gonna be? No, he's way too far in front of RasDM. But we saw that on the right hand side. The 24 car backwards coming out of corner number 13. Let's see that again. 9 pp. Okay. 9 Pegasus Pantera. Got it. And here we go, coming out of here. Oh, too early on the throttle. And into the wall. Ay. Painful. So the number 4 is 9 pp. That's 9 Pegasus Pantera. Whoa! Nearly losing it over there. Oh, that R18 is so tricky to drive on the Fuji Speedway. But let's go a little bit further back. We were running through the order. So we had 9 pp. Yes, freeze. Gotcha. And then Pixelari in the number 8 car. What says 8 on the side? What is that? The regular number from the Audi livery? Then Attemgren for Spider GT in the 52 car. Then in the 53 we have Mamamo getting passed by the leader at the moment. For Inferno Motorsport. Then we've got Flame Haze. We saw him just spin in the 24 Porsche. And we have RasDM. We can't see his number. And I don't know the team, to be honest. Then a little bit further back, the number 8 car. With... oh, you can see that on the side, right? Sauber Technic Racing Team. Clean Technic Racing Team. Noise Guy. And then behind that we have Slim BCC in the 20... what was it? Is it 87? No, 44 was this? From Hyper... jeez, these names. Too much to remember. Sorry for that. Oh no, Flying Piston Racing, of course. Flying Piston Racing. Should have remembered. And TFP, and then they're fighting yet again. Joe Cast and Dylan Pro. Nova versus TFP, and yet again on the inside, Dylan over here. Oh, what happened that you guys fought again? The 255 against the 87. And Dylan tries the under and over again out of the last corner. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. And we're on lap 75, by the way, of 82. But let's quickly go to that fight for 12th place overall. This is beautiful. I really like these guys. Oh, yellow flag. Somebody went off. A little bit too deep into the first corner. One of the hypercars. Did somebody catch that? I think it's one of the hypercars. It was Nick Regier again, I think. Okay, quickly go back to that battle. We want to see it. Joe Cast and Dylan Pro. Oh, Dylan Pro with a half-second penalty. No. The 87, half-second penalty. Oh, that's going to be painful. Let me quickly ask something to someone. Unfortunately, oh, Joe Gas nearly turns it backwards coming out of corner 15. Goes way too deep into the last corner. Is this going to be the saving for Dylan to still be in the slipstream? Let's get on board. Oh, that's going to be too far back for the slipstream. Here comes one of the LMP1 cars. Bye-bye. Poor. Unfortunately, no fight anymore between these guys. We're going to go on to lap 77. We're nearly at the end. Nearly ready to switch from one stint to the other. We still have Matheus in the lead for TFP. Ricky in second. Project 1. Then we have... nearly going too wide over there. And for 9 PP, we have Mortal Velus. Yes, that was a little bit too wide. That is a half-second penalty, I mean. If we go a little bit too wide coming out of the last corner. And then for Inferno Motorsport, we have Nick Richier in 4th place. Wow, that's a second lap. He made a mistake, eh? Take a look at those lap times. A 140 and a 146. And finally back in the 125s. Poor 2 laps. What did you do? Oh, he made a pit stop. A last pit stop. Yeah, of course. You set that freeze. You had to make that pit stop, of course. Unfortunately, and now we're 4th place. Now we've got for don't know who, Pixelari in 5th place. I believe the number 8 car, but I think it's the number 8 for Audi Motorsport. And then we've got Attemgren in the lead. He's going to make it to the end in the Aston Martin for Spider GT. In the 52 car, the 53 car for Inferno, Mamamo in second. And then in 3rd place we have the 24 of Flame Haze. And then behind that, Ras Diam in the AMG in 4th. Then in 5th we've got Noise Guy in the number 8 car. So that's your number 8. And the Lexus. Then behind that we've got a half-second penalty for the 44 car, a slim PCC for Flying Piston Racing. And then the 255 fighting together with one of the LMP1 cars coming out of the hairpin towards the Dunlop chicane. The 255 with Joe Cast behind the wheel. And then we've got for Nova Racing Dylan Pro in the 87. So let's see the leader when he's going to come in, because it's only going to be 3 laps after this. Sorry, it's going to be 4 laps after this one. And they're running quick. But it's only 5 seconds between the number 1 and number 2. So Ricky is definitely gaining. The 72 is catching the 25. This is going to be an exciting one for the lead. I like this. I really like this. Only 4.8 seconds between the number 1 and number 2 in the LMP1 class. And slim PCC. Flying Piston Racing just in front of TFP. But it went okay. That was reasonable, doable. But 4.4 seconds, 4.3 seconds at the moment. And you can see that the tires are absolutely shot from Matheus. So that's going to be a really difficult one to hold, and don't get any penalties by going too wide. Let's see if Ricky has way better tires compared to Mateus. We can see Mortal Velo's reasonable fresh tires still, but fully fresh tires for Nick Regier, putting in the 126s. Those are good lap times, but so does Mortal Velo's. Let's see a little bit further up front. That fight is coming up. Let's quickly look at our fighting duo, Joe Cast and Dylan. Yeah, I think that fight is done, unless Joe Cast makes a mistake. Now let's quickly get back to that leader. Excuse me. It's definitely going to be a difficult one for the 25 car to make it until the end. Take a look at that left front tire. It's absolutely ridiculous how far that's gone compared to the, I keep forgetting that, 72. I constantly want to say 77 car. Well, hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Doing all good. Welcome.
Sorry, I was on the phone to a mate.
Yeah, it's all good. You're immediately live, so you can jump in.
Oh, good. Okay, is there room in the lobby or not?
I think Shic is gone, so yes, I believe so.
Okay, 2 seconds. How's it going? What's the racing been like?
Well, I'm going to run you through the order together with everybody who's watching. So it's still the number 25 car for TFP in the lead with Mateus behind the wheel. In second, we have a fast-catching 72 car of Ricky. In second place. And then in third place, we have Mortal Velos, who just had a half-second penalty coming up to the main straight. And that is from 9PP. And that's the 59 car out of my head. Then the 54 car Inferno Motorsport in fourth place. And then Pixel RE unfortunately didn't load the livery, so I got no clue who they're driving for, but they're in fifth place, and those are all the LMP1 cars. Then in first place for the GT3 cars is Atomgram for Spider GT in the 52 car. Yeah. And then in the 53 car we got Mamamo for Inferno Motorsport. Behind that, a 24 car with Flame Haze behind it. And I got no clue how they're called as well. So if the chat can help me out with that, please do so. And then Ras DM didn't load the livery as well. It's a bit of a glitch, of course. We know that one. And there we go. They're going to go in. Here comes Mateus. He's in. And soon we're going to switch lobbies. And we're going to switch the stint as well. So I have to do a couple of things meanwhile. And let me get into this one. I'm going to stop one of these. And soon we're going to be back. So be right back, chat, and we're going to start stint number 2. Start.
Speak to you soon.